Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you the tutorial on one of the good computer software for structural engineer called RAPT. As you can see here, now we are on the official website of this software. RAPT comes from reinforced and post tension. It is the structural concrete design software for the analysis and design of reinforced and pre-stressed concrete structure. I'm not going into detail on the information regarding to this. You can go and review in its official website directly. Without further delay, I will go into the software. Once you just have a quick open on the software, you will see that there are three menu bar here. First is File, and then you can see the word New. In here, you can have new frame, new cross-section, or new column. But in this latest version, the new cross-section function it does not support it anymore. So currently, there are only new frame and new column. Now, we are not go into detail regarding the new frame or new column. We will go to the brief overview of the software first before we go into detail. Next one is Open or Control O. Open, you can open the previous file that you save in any designated folder in your computer. Next one is New Default. You can see that they have the new default design code and material. This step allows the user to create personalized design code or material file on their own. Open default meaning that allow user to open an existing design code or material file for viewing or editing. Delete default allow user to delete an existing design code or material file that has been created before. Next one is reset default. In this reset default, allow user to select which design code or which design code material file is to be used as the default file when creating a new design file. This is what we are looking for. Since we are new to the software now, we will select and set the default design code that we want or we prefer. First, I click on the design code. You will see that there is a list of design code pop up available in the software. You can drag this a little bit to see a full description of the design code from Australia, Canada, Europe, Hong Kong, India, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, South Africa, Sri Lanka, Thailand, United Kingdom Eurocode, or USA. I believe most of engineers are familiar to any design code that has been widely used or practiced in their own country. For the purpose of tutorial, we are going to select the Singapore Eurocode 2 as the selected default design code. Okay, since it is already selected, the Set as Default button does not available. But when we click on another alternative code, we see that the Set as Default is available. So we keep the Singapore Eurocode 2 as default. And then we go to File, Reset Default. We are looking for the material. In this material, there are also a list of material accompanied by the design code. So since this default has been already selected and set it as a Singapore Eurocode, we are not going to change this setting. As we can see now, the default design code is Singapore Eurocode and default material data is also Singapore Eurocode data. After reset default, there is a print setup. Print setup is allow user to set up any printing or any default setting in order to print the report. Recent file here, you see that there is no recent file available because we are new to the software. If you have used the software before for any design or you have saved any file, it will have the available recent file for you to click, but now it is not. Exit just to close the software. Next one is the View menu. It is the status bar and the user preference. We check the status bar and then we can go to user preference. By clicking into this, we will see a list of user preference that we need to look at. First is the unit. By default, the SI unit has already been selected. User can go into any setting and select any preferred unit on their own or on their design code that is available, ranging from length, area, etc. We are not go into this since this is not the point of our interest. You can either select any metric, imperial, or SI. So we use the default SI. Next one is the user option. In this user option, you can see that there's a list of items that you can check or uncheck. One of the items that we should look at is the accept design bar size outside preferred range. This is related to the rebar selection range based on user preference. I believe now it's a bit blur or misinformation what this setting will lead to our design result. We are going into this again when we are on the tutorial on the design of any material or structural element. This means that if you check on this, the software will select any bar size outside of your setting preferred range. But we uncheck this one because we want the software to select the rebar size based on the range that we prefer. Next one is enable real-time scrolling. In this real-time scrolling, it should be checked as default. This allows user to see the pop-up information when we scroll our cursor into the interface of the design or any setting. For example, if you have a concrete beam, you just scroll your cursor into a concrete beam. The software will generate the information showing the depth from top to bottom, the depth from top left, top width, bottom left, and bottom width. We will see this further in the next tutorial. Next one is the level of undo. This is related to how many times you can undo or what you have done. By default, the level of undo is 5. User can set their own preferred level of undo. However, the range can be from 0 to 20. If you set 0, meaning that you cannot undo anything, the software recommends user to select 5 because it's related to the memory of your computer. For language, they only have the English Australian, so we keep this as default. For page options, it allows user to set up any page margin left, right, top, and bottom. And additional information can be set at the preferred location. But at the same time, you also can upload your company logo into the software so that it is automatically generated in the report. Next one is line option. User can change any line color from line 1 to line 6 and also choose any line thickness for their own preference for printing of the report. Font allow user to change any fonts prefer and also the font size that will be impact on the design report. Check for update. So this one we can keep it as default. This is finish of the user preference setting. We can click OK. Next menu is HAB. In this HAB, the first item you see is the content, or you can just simply press F1. This is related to the HAB file inside the software. User can see any information regarding the software from introduction, installation, file management, user interface, design file standard until the theory. Or for ease of searching for information we want, we just simply type and search. For example, I show you type the tendon and then I put enter. The software will show a list of display topic for you to select something related to the tendon. So you can double click and drag it a little bit bigger for you to easily see it, and then you can look for any information regarding the input in this software. You can try it on your own for further information. Next one, you can check search. It also related to something that we have just tried earlier. After that, you have about HAP. You can look for any additional information in this viewer as well, but we are not going to show this here. And you can email to the company, or you can either visit the official website that I have shown earlier, sponsor and about. After a brief review on the RAPT user interface, now we are going to the two types of RAPT software file extension. There are two types of file extension of this software. The first one is .rpo. The second one is .rfp. For .rpo is the file extension of the column design. For RPF is the file extension for slab and frame type design. This is the example file of the RAPT. So if I click on the column .rpo, and then we can see that it will direct us to the file of the column pro design in general. You may feel not familiar at the first place with this software since it looks like a bit complicated, and some information need user to really understand the step-by-step where to go. But we are going to do it and show the step-by-step analysis design to all of us. Next one is the frame type file RFP. For example, if I click on the ptbeamdesign.rfp, and then it will direct us into the ptbeamdesign.rfp file in general, and there are a list of something that we need to input. For example, like user-defined general frame, having the span, the column, the beam, the panel, transverse beam, layer, element, step, etc. And then it's going to load, having the case, load combination, and pre-stress. After that, there is a reinforcement that allows user to select the general design zone or user design rebar that prefer. Yeah. After that, you can go into the output, and then there's a list of items that can show the output result. We will go into the tutorial and show our engineer how to do it step by step from zero to become a hero. So this is the end of our first tutorial. Thanks you very much for watching. If you think that our video is good, please give us like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.